What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Celio's Network. This is the last video like this I'll be posting on Celio's Network. For weekly tournament recaps, deck list reviews, and a lot more of Pokemon TCG Live gameplay, go subscribe to Celio 2. You might ask why I need a second channel. Well, I have a vision for my channel on Celio's Network, which I'm just scratching the surface of in my newest videos. But plenty of people loved my simpler videos, as did I, so I want to continue making those as well. So make sure you're subscribed here on Celio's Network and over on Celio 2, and let's run it old school one more time here on Celio's Network. Champions League Niigata, which occurred on May 6th with the new Paldea Evolved cards that we'll be getting in the West pretty soon. Almost 3,000 Masters Division players, so this was a massive event, and we have the top 16 results here with the deck lists, so we're going to look over all of them. We'll go from bottom to top and talk about it on the way. So 16th and 15th were Giratina Lost Zone. Now, Giratina Lost Zone has been consistently performing well over in Japan. Before Paldea Evolved and now with Paldea Evolved, they have had Jet Energy for a little while, though, now also adding Iono into the mix. So Jet Energy is special energy that provides colorless energy, and when you attach it from your hand to one of your benched Pokemon, you switch it with your active, and this has been seeing play ever since it released in Japan in Lost Zone style decks, and even in Lugia as well. Also very interesting to note is that the Giratina decks are playing 4 Path to the Peak. That's going to be good against Mew, could be good against Lugia in the early game, good against Gardevoir, of course, and also good against Gardevoir Mewtwo V Union specifically to turn off the V Union ability so that Giratina can knock it out with Star Requiem. Moving on to the 15th place Giratina Lost Zone box. This one is playing Manaphy and Drapion and only playing 2 Path to the Peak. They're playing 1 extra Roxanne compared to the 16th place, also playing Jet Energy, just a couple little differences. And also note that Super Rod has been reprinted. That'll be reprinted in the West and Paldea Evolved as well, so we'll be able to build an exact replica of this for our standard format come NAIC. In 14th place, we have Gardevoir. Now, there's a lot happening here, so let's actually open up the image real quick here and look at it like this. So let's see, we have a 3-1 split of the Ralts, a 3-1 split of Curlia, so they are playing Mirage Step. They're also playing the Gallade with Buddy Catch and Swirling Slice. So Swirling Slice is actually a much more usable attack with Reversal Energy now, and Buddy Catch can just search for a supporter card. So Reversal Energy, as long as this card's attached to a Pokemon, it provides colorless energy. And if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent, and this is attached to a non-rule box evolved Pokemon, it provides 3 energy of any type. So it's a very, very strong card. Expect this card to see a lot of play. They're also playing 2 Iono. They're playing the new Artisan Stadium card, which once a turn allows you to search your deck for a basic non-rule box Pokemon and put it onto your bench. They're playing 1 Drifloon, but they're not playing Hard Charm. They're not playing Champions Festival. They're not really leaning into the Drifloon because that's being countered a lot by Lost Vacuums and other decks. But they are playing Agatha. Now, Agatha was being played prior to the release of Hard Charm in Gardevoir decks over in Japan because it moves 3 damage from your active Pokemon to your opponent's active Pokemon. And there are times when this is better than Champions Festival because, you know, you can use it to apply extra damage to your opponent's Pokemon and also heal your Pokemon. So you're putting that extra damage on your opponent and you're making room for an extra Psychic Embrace potentially. Next at 13th place is Mewtwo V Union in the Gardevoir deck. Now let's open this one as an image as well. This one is very, very cool. I really like this deck. They're playing 6 Psychic Energy and 4 of the new Reversal Energy. They're also playing 1 of the new Luxray. You may use this ability if you have more prize cards remaining than your opponent. Put this Pokemon onto your bench. and then you could just go ahead and attach a reversal energy to it. It does 180 damage, and it's lightning type, so it's going to be hitting Lugia for weakness, which is very important. Also, we'll hit some water type Pokemon for weakness as well. They're playing 2 Artisan Stadiums and 1 Path to the Peak in this one, with 3 Super Rods, so they can really reuse these Luxrays. They can reuse all of their attackers from the Gardevoir line with the reversal energies. So of course they have Shining Arcana Gardevoir, they have Gardevoir EX, you can't use reversal energy on that one. And then they have Gallade with Swirling Slice, which we already looked at, but they also have Gallade with Dynablade. It does 60x your opponent's Pokemon V, and it swings for fighting type weakness. And then of course, we've got the Mewtwo reunion pieces in there. This is a really cool build of the deck. I really, really like this one. Next we have Fusion Strike Mew with the Meloetta. Let's see if there's any new cards going on here. No, not really. Extra consistency with the 3 Forest Seal Stone. They have 1 basic Psychic Energy, and they're also playing 2 Fog Crystal. So a little bit of a stadium split here. Choosing to play 0 Roxanne, 0 Iono, and 0 Path to the Peak. So they're not going for the disruption at all. They're just going for straight aggression. Then we have 2 more Giratina Lost Zone decks. This one's playing 2 Iono, 1 Roxanne, 2 Path of the Peak. And let's see. Oh, 11th and 10th place, we're playing the exact same 60 as this one. They're also playing 4 Giratina VSTAR. So this one might be a good one to look at because 3 people played it. 10th, what was it? 10th and 11th. And this is, oh, and this is the 11th place one. Okay, yeah, so 2 people played it to a top 16 finish, getting 10th and 11th with the same exact 60 card deck. So that's something notable to look at. And now we have a Lost Zone box deck with Kyogre. This one looks like they kept it really, really simple and just played the cards they needed. Something I mentioned in a past video on my second channel, I believe, is that Super Rod really, really helps the Kyogre variant of Lost Zone box because it's been missing Ordinary Rod that it had pre-rotation. So now that Super Rod's here, I think that's a pretty big deal. They're playing 2 of the Artisan Stadium as well, and 1 Jet Energy. Next, we have another Fusion Strike Mew. This one is playing Iono, and they are playing 1 Path to the Peak. But other than that, they're still focusing heavily on the aggression like the other Fusion Strike Mew list was. Next, we have a very interesting Lost Zone Goodra deck. So this is something I tried out, obviously without the new cards. I tried it in the Scarlet and Violet base set standard format with the Sableye and Psychic Energy in here, and it definitely felt like I was just clunking up the Goodra list, but this is more of a toolbox approach to Goodra, where you are kind of relying on the Cramorant, the Sableye, the Greninja, the Zamazenta package, just as much as you are on the 2-2 line of Goodra VSTAR. And then it also has the new Spirit Tomb with Dark Calamity. Basic Pokemon V in play have no abilities. This is a really strong card. Next, we have more straight Gardevoir. This one is, again, playing Drifloon, but no Hard Charm, no Champions Festival, because that's being countered right now. They're playing the Zacian V and Skyseal Stone combo, which I just think is so strong. Like, when people are still playing a lot of V-Stars and V-Maxes, you gotta play that Skyseal Stone. I really, really like that card still in this deck. And 1 Reversal Energy, because it's great on the Shining Arcana Gardevoir. 2 Super Rods. 3 Iono. This is a really big deal for this deck. Then we've got some Lugia here. Let's open up this list and look at it. So they've got the Luxray with 1 Reversal Energy in here. I've seen the Luxray in a lot of Lugia decks from Japan. And I've also seen colorless Lugia being popular. But this one, they're still sticking with the single strike stuff. 1 Yveltal, 1 Stonejourner, 1 Tyranitar V, or 2 Tyranitar Vs. Looks like they're not afraid of Duraludon VMAX, though. They're not playing anything to go through Duraludon VMAX. Then we've got Arceus Giratina getting top 4. Arceus Giratina was also very successful in the Scarlet and Violet base set format this week. With the 1-1 Flying Pikachu VMAX, that helps against the Lugia decks because you just hit them for weakness, and then their Tyranitar, their Stonejourner, their Yveltals can't hit it back. 1 Belt, 1 Cleansing Gloves, just like we saw Landon take down Portland with. So that's really, really cool that multiple players were trying this out. And then, of course, got the Iono being thrown in there. We've got some more Lost Zone box, and this time it is the turbo variant, so to speak, but it's actually turbo and Sky Seal Stone. So this is a very big mix of a lot of things going on here, but it did get top 4. They're playing the Luxray, and with that Luxray, you can put it down onto your board and then Raihan Mirage Gate or just attach Mirage Gate to it. And it can be a really strong single prize attacker, also lightning type. So that could definitely help you out against Lugia more than the Raikou can. They're also not playing Drapion or Kyogre. Typically, I feel like either of those are what you're going to use to beat Mew. I suppose if the Fusion Strike Mew is the more popular Mew variant in Japan, then you just combat them with single prize attackers. Then we have Gardevoir, straight Gardevoir getting first and second. Uh, Really not a lot of funny business here. No hard charm. No, I keep calling it hard charm. I think it's called strength charm. No strength charm. No champions festival. For Iono, I like that. I think that's correct. They are playing the Mirage Step Curlia, which maybe that just gets better with reversal energy because you can hit harder with the Shining Arcana Gardevoir earlier. And also, if you're giving up that prize to take a turn to Mirage Step, that means that you can more effectively use Iono. And then first place, also playing for Iono. They're not playing the Mirage Step. They're just playing these two. No Gallades, no Charms, no Champions Festival. This one's not playing any Drifloon. They're also not playing the Sky Seal Stone, which is interesting. 11 Psychic Energy, 1 Reversal Energy. They're playing the Mew for a little extra support. A very, very just consistent list for Iono 2 Research. Very small lineup of supporters compared to other Gardevoir lists. Very streamlined compared to most Gardevoir lists, actually. Yeah, and that's the first place Gardevoir deck list from this almost 3,000 person event. So I'll leave a link to this in the description down below, and thanks for watching here on Celio's Network.